What's going on, everybody? This is 86 here, back with a vlog, and just kind of wanted to talk a little bit about this week. Just touch base with you guys with a few things, let you guys know how I'm doing, what I've got planned, and what's going on. Um, it's beginning of a new week. It's Monday. I got my Monday over with yesterday. It went pretty well. It was actually pretty quiet. I had a lot to do, so just got through it. Stayed motivated at work and just pushed through it. I was pretty tired, but I got through the day pretty quickly, I have to say. And it was a really good day after work. My wife made some chicken. It was like a one pan dinner where you cook the potatoes and the chicken in the same sheet pan. And dinner was just so flavorful. It turned out amazing. She did an amazing job with it. I couldn't be happier with the way dinner turned out last night. So we grubbed last night, ate a really good meal. Um, Felt good. Yeah, it was a really good dinner, and I couldn't be happier with the way that that turned out. So I think that recipe is going to be on as a keeper on our one of our rotations for something that's just easy and quick to cook and throw in the oven. Um, but yeah, so last epoch, I kind of want to talk about that for a little bit. Actually, I'll get to that in a minute. This week overall, I'm just gonna. Last week, I kind of had a bit of a rough week. It was kind of hard for me to just get through the week mentally. I kind of started struggling like halfway through the week. I'm not gonna let myself get like that. Sometimes I get into my own head with just negativity and just kind of beat myself down. And I'm not gonna do that this week. I'm gonna try to just stay positive. Um, Really just focus on goals and things that I want to get done, and not focus on mishaps or things that maybe I didn't get done, or you know accomplishments that just stupid shit that I shouldn't even be stressing about. Things that that you just overthink things and you just make yourself feel like shit sometimes. At least I do that a lot of the time. And I got to remember that I'm doing as much as I can right now. I'm constantly trying to figure out new things. I mean, I know I'm not the most successful person in the world, and it can be kind of hard financially sometimes, and just trying to keep up with everything. But I feel like I'm doing the best I can. I'm trying really hard just to stay on top of bills, stay on top of everything. And I'm doing good at least. I mean, I'm not behind on bills, which is good. It's just, it can be overwhelming sometimes. And I just got to remember that, you know, I've got my family and we've got each other. And, to stress about stupid shit is just kind of pointless like that. It's like life is just too short to stress about futile things like money and just things that just don't really matter. And yeah, sometimes I just do that to myself too much where, I just beat myself up. And this week, I'm just not going to do that. I'm going to really just stay positive. I got back on the exercise and I started exercising again over the weekend, so that's good. I'm really going to just start pushing myself every day, just trying to do better than I did today previously. Um, as always, I'm always trying to work on myself, trying to do better, like I said, than I did the previous day. I'm always trying to grow and evolve as a human, trying to work on things, trying to, if I see myself constantly thinking away like I did last week, where I was just being overly negative and beating myself up too much, that I need to stop doing that shit. So this week, I'm gonna try to turn that around, not be like that, and just really try to uplift myself this week. That's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna keep going on the exercise. And I don't know if I'll do it every day because I don't want to overdo it and end up re-injuring my back or whatever. But I'm gonna try to keep it more chill. But I just want to keep I want to keep, I'm getting older. I want to keep up on the exercise, and I want to lose, I just want to stay healthy. I want to maintain a healthier body weight. I just want to be healthy for the age that I'm at. So doing a little bit of cardio every day, getting a good walk in every day, taking the dog. And then I'm, just doing a lot more actual weight training, more like body weight training, and I'm using resistance bands. I'm using those. I just getting really good exercising, getting the heart rate up, and just afterwards, you feel so much better about yourself. It's just kind of for me, it's the next day that's really hard. Waking up sore as hell. Like today, I'm really sore. I need to figure out what I can do to minimize that time being sore. Um, whether it's, I don't know what you can do to like really cut down on the time that it is like to be sore after a workout. If there's things you could do to lessen that time, but I need to kind of figure that out because I would like to, because that's the thing. I'll exercise, and then I'll be really sore, or like too sore to exercise the next day. So then I won't do it, and then I'll fall off the pattern where I just won't do it until I'm not sore. And I need to, for one, maintain exercise even if I am a little bit sore, and also try to get that time being sore down so I'm not as sore constantly. So yeah, but I think that that's really important. Keep exercising. Get your heart rate elevated for like I think at least like 30 minutes a day. Getting good walks in, is really good. I'm gonna try to get 10,000 steps in every day. Just really, as you get older, you really take your health in consideration. Things kind of get more into perspective as you get older, and yeah, it's just kind of one of those things where there's so many things to work on, but so little time. I get overwhelmed. There's just so much shit going on all the time. With work, I'm trying to do YouTube, the dog, the kids, the bills, the exercising. I get fucking overwhelmed sometimes, and yeah, I gotta stop overwhelming myself. I need to, of course, do the stuff that's important, the priorities first, the stuff that needs to get done, um, and then focus on the things that are more for leisure, entertainment, relaxing, that type of stuff. And it's just kind of a pain in the ass getting priorities all together and getting shit figured out. But yeah, so that's kind of what I'm up to this week. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to turn this week around. I'm gonna, not be negative towards myself, not beat myself up. Um, and yeah, just try to really push myself this week, keep up on the exercising, just try to get a lot of shit done, try to stay up on the YouTube videos, try to keep up on the streaming, but not to the point where it's stressing me out because I'm not doing that shit, if you know what I mean. So that's another thing I need to keep in mind, that YouTube is something I do for fun. I can't let YouTube stress me out because I don't get YouTube content done. So yeah, that's just kind of where I'm at. Let's just talk a little bit about Last Epoch for a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and go into the game real fast. So Last Epoch is an action RPG like Path of Exile, Diablo. Um, it's actually kind of more similar to Diablo, I feel like. But I'm trying out a necromancer or a witch warlock. This is a poison-based build where I'm just, throwing around Hungering Souls, I think the skill is called. The main skill I'm using right now is Hungering Souls. You just throw about out a bunch of like skulls that seek enemies and they poison them. And then I'm using this other skill called Wandering Spirits. You use this skill and then it like reveals all these spirits in the area. I have these spirits converted to poison damage. They wander around. They also throw projectiles, so they're poisoning enemies when they either run into the enemy or the projectile they throw hits the enemy, so they're getting poisoned. And then I've got zombies thrown in here. You summon the zombie and then it vomits on enemies and that does poison damage. And it also shreds their armor, so I'm just kind of using that. I'm not really, so I'm kind of just preparing for next season. I believe the season starts on August 21st, which I'm not sure what day that is. What is August 21st? Calendar. 21st is Thursday. So next Thursday, you're gonna have a new season starting or new league. I'm not really sure what they call it in this game, but so I'm pretty interested in that. One big selling point for me in Last Epoch for a while, I didn't really like the way it felt because characters felt really floaty and it kind of just threw me off of the game for a while. So I didn't play it for like I think it was like a season, maybe a season and a half. It's been a while, and but I just recently reinstalled it because I've heard a lot of good things about the current season. So I was like, you know what, I'll give it a go. I'll see what it's like. And this is one of the few games that I've launched on my ROG Ally that I literally didn't have to do a damn thing to get it running. It just ran fine the minute I started it, which nowadays that shit amazing. It's so nice to just be able to start a game and not have to fuck with it to get it to play the way you want to. So kudos to them. Whatever they've been doing lately, the game it feels really good to play. It feels smooth. It runs beautifully. I've had no issues whatsoever. So that feels really good. I'm really happy about that. That's making me want to play the game even more because unlike Path of Exile or other games, I have to run like lossless scaling and it's a pain and the game runs at like fucking 20 FPS. So this is making me want to play Last Epoch even more because it just runs beautifully and it feels really good to play. So probably going to be seeing a lot more of this on the channel, especially now that they've kind of fixed that floatiness and it just feels a lot better to play. This game has came a long way for sure. The developers for this game are amazing, has an amazing community, has a shitload of content, tons of in-game, the amazing crafting systems. So there's plenty of reasons to get into this game. So I think this is going to be a game that's going into my regular rotation. Path of Exile's performance lately has just been not great, and it's kind of been a struggle to play. So that's kind of discouraging sometimes when it comes to that game. Let's see, so I'm just going to be practicing this build, trying to figure out what I want to play. I think there's going to be updates to the witch class, and also I thought there was updates for the druid class as well. Um, I was trying out the druid a little bit, but and I tried the sentinel just here over the last couple days, just starting out with characters, seeing what feels best. And the druid and the sentinel not so much, but the druid just is really slow to start. It feels terrible in the beginning with druid, so I don't think I'm gonna go. I'm like a lot less likely to go with druid just because how it feels. Probably gonna be end up going witch. If witch just feels really good right from the get go to play. The skills early on just feel much better. It just feels much smoother. The leveling feels much smoother. So most likely I'll just end up going with this and seeing how that goes, and just gonna be practicing off and on until then. Trying to reacquaint myself with the game because there's a lot of mechanics that I just don't know about and stuff I need to figure out that I would like to know before going into the next season, so I'm not going in completely blind and not knowing what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna this zone gets a little choppy. There's so many mobs on it. It's really choppy for some reason. It's always been like that in this zone. I feel like. But so I'm just gonna be doing that. I'm still playing Undecember. I'm currently like almost level 90 in that game. I've been blasting that game a lot. Still enjoying that one. I'm gonna have content coming out for that one. I actually probably have a video coming out on my current build for that sometime soon. Just kind of letting you guys know what I'm doing in that game because that's my game away from home, my main game that I play while I'm at work or out away from the house. So I really feel like that game is still pretty underrated. Um, but that's just my opinion. A lot of people feel like that game is pay to win, but I disagree. And I also really don't feel like it matters most of the time unless you're trying to play in a competitive aspect, which most people aren't. So I just want to get through this zone. This zone runs really poorly, and it's a long ass zone too. What's this here? Got a chest here. Fightless Arbor Key. And I died. You guys don't need to see this zone. So that's just pretty much what I'm going to be doing. I just kind of wanted to touch base with you guys, let you know how I'm doing. Let you know what I got planned for the week. Yeah, just going to be playing Last Epoch. Try to get to the in game within today or tomorrow, and then sort of way out through that. I'm gonna keep grinding away on December as well. Mainly doing that while I'm away from home, but I do play that at home as well. So I'll have a not really a build guide, but just a build showcase because I don't think the build is anywhere near complete in Undecember. So I'll have a video up on that shortly. So be sure to stay tuned for that. And yeah, just expect more Last Epoch content coming in the future. Plus just a variety of other games. Just whatever I feel like playing that day, I'll probably do a video on it. So yeah, I want everybody to have a good week, man. Remember to stay positive. Um, don't get in your own head. Don't psych yourself out. Remember to just stay positive and keep your head up. Want to do a few shout outs to some people. There was somebody named Garcia on my stream yesterday. Really appreciate you. Really uplifting kid. Really positive. If he sees this video, just want to say thank you for the support, man. I hope you have a wonderful day. And it really means a lot when you guys show your support like that in the stream. And I really appreciate it. To all my other supporters, Blackbird, everybody else in the streams, it's been really good. So let's just keep on the grind, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day. Peace.